Batman and Robin. I play Bruce Wayne's fiancée, Julie Madison.
Hi, Elle.
I know you're a dedicated bachelor. I know you've had your wild nights.
Wild doesn't quite cover it.
Here's some food for thought.
Elle, 6'10". She's a giant, and she's beautiful and smart and funny and talented. She can go straight to hell. That's pretty much it.
Now, for more than 7 months, we worked on various sound stages here on the lot. It may not look like it now, but this was once Gotham City, a set bristling with dark secrets and dramatic intrigue. We got all the vivid behind-the-scenes stories by going directly to the source, the stars of Batman and Robin. Get ready for some fascinating tales from the Batcave.
You know, Batman is a bigger legend than all of us put together. He's been around since 1939 and is still cooking.
The minute you get in the Batmobile, in the bat suit, you're Batman. You don't have to do a whole lot. Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
I chose George.
Who?
Because
he's a very, very manly guy.
he's obviously very good looking.
He's very tough.
He looks great in black rubber.
He's sexy.
He's a wonderful actor.
He does a lot of the stunts himself.
He's a man's man.
And he's one of the fastest rising stars there are.
Pretty funny, huh?
Yes!
When I act, I tend to sort of apologize as a guy. I always kind of, I look down, or it's just part of my persona.
Julie, I'm not the marrying kind. There are things about me that you wouldn't understand.
And when you're Batman, you have to stand up and go, I'm Batman.
But no matter who's behind the mask, they better get used to one fact. If it's a Batman movie, it's the villains who take center stage.
I play Mr. Freeze.
I must suffer. Humanity will suffer with me.
He was the one and only Mr. Freeze, because he's the one and only Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I will blanket the city in endless winter.
I make the situation very chilling very quickly.
First, Gotham. And then, the world.
I just basically was given this deliciously written character.
A chance for Mother Nature to start again.
The most beautiful woman in the world, but if you kiss her, you die.
Hi there.
Her secret agenda was to conquer the world.
I need a sign.
How about slippery when wet?
Robin's role is a major role. He's the partner of a Batman. I mean, although they are fighting all the time, and Batman always tells him every time he does something wrong, that's why Superman works alone.
I want a car. Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
He has a very, very big job to do to help out as much as Batgirl has.
I think that Batgirl's not a woman, and she's not like a baby, but she's kind of like, my friends call her Bat Baby.
Please be looking for me. He's kind of fascinated by her because she's kind of this, prissy little schoolgirl, in the daytime, and then she puts on her leather gear and takes off on her motorcycle and is fighting crime with the boys.
Chicks like you give women a bad name.
What Batman and Robin is about is family. What is a family and what is trust?
It's the biggest thing I've ever seen.
There's a certain level of pressure. I mean, I don't feel it when we're making it.
You're a man on a mission. 1, 2, 3, action!
I feel it, right before it's released, and you hope that it does well and that it's well received.
It's not so much intimidating as it is fun. It's fun to do. It's fun to be part of this.
Or if the objective is to hire me and play Mr. Freeze to bring the Batman to the next level of income or success or anything like this, I'm more than happy to do that.
Yes.
Cars, gadgets, costumes, and sets. Now, if you think seeing a Batman movie on the big screen is awe-inspiring, try walking on the set for the first time.
Action!
The sheer size, the imagination and attention to detail actually gave me goosebumps. Everybody involved in the film was blown away.
The first time I walked on the museum set, and the first time I walked into the telescope set, those were two moments that you just go, I remember saying to Joel, it's a little intimidating, and Joel goes, what's intimidating me?
unbelievable, the size of these sets. I mean, even in the film, you can't tell how big these things are. They are huge, huge.
The Batman stages and the sets were just enormous.
Hold on. Huge.
It looks like you know, Warner Brothers spent every penny on it that they ever had.
I mean, it's wonderful that it's not, you know, computer generated, at least none of the things that I worked on. It's really incredible to see that kind of craftsmanship and set design and stuff brought to life. My big orchid that is my throne is operated by puppeteers, which is so fantastic.
Kiss me and I'll tell you.
Tell me and I'll kiss you. You just start sweating.
We did a lot of research on refrigerated sets.
You are not sending me to the cooler.
And the problem with refrigerated sets is it costs about $1 million to refrigerate a set. Everybody catches cold on them because it's so cold. But the worst part of it is once you put the lights on, you don't see the breath anyway.
The Batman myth started on a dark night when Bruce Wayne's parents were murdered before his very eyes. Batman was spawned by dark and evil, but his thirst for vengeance turned him into a crusader for righteousness. That thin line between good and evil is a recurring theme that most of the actors found themselves digging deeper to uncover.
A lot of people have very dark pasts. Things happen, and it depends on how it's a chromosome, or it is one event away from you being the good guy in life or the bad guy in life.
I think that many people who are traumatized in their childhood by terrible violence done to them or done to people in front of them have an overwhelming dichotomy about which way they can go, which is to feed their rage, you know, or to try to find some peace and healing in it.
Batman decided not to be the bad guy.
I don't know what kept him from going to the dark side. I guess Alfred, he's kind of the anchor there.
You must learn to trust him, for that is the nature of family.
These three characters who are so tortured by their own lives use everything they know how to survive and to be happy and create their own family. Partners?
Partners. That was kind of the running joke Joel would always say before we, you know, okay, you're breathing and your parents are dead, and 1, 2, 3, action!
So I'm asking you now, friend, partner, brother, will you trust me now?
We've had almost 60 years of the dark, brooding, angst-ridden, narcissistic, self-obsessed, my parents are dead, woe is me, Batman.
We know his past. Now it's time for him to perform like an adult and see him try and perform admirably. She's infected us with some sort of pheromone extract.
Oh, is that what it is, Bruce? I'm under some kind of magic spell?
She wants to kill you, Dick.
You would say anything to keep her away from me, wouldn't you? To keep her for yourself.
If you're going to have a buddy movie called Batman and Robin, a male partnership movie, there's no better villainess than Poison Ivy.
She has no self-loathing. She adores herself. She thinks she's just fantastic.
Who would try to seduce and divide and conquer and kill two men.
Girl of my dreams.
Come, join me. Forget the geriatric bat.
In Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze is a major, major villain.
I shall repay them for sentencing me to a life without the warmth of human comfort.
He's very cold, very chilling.
I don't think it's easy. In fact, I think it's impossible to actually destroy Batman and Robin, and they always seem to win out in the end.
So, what would it be like if these extraordinary characters somehow existed in our ordinary world?
What would happen if Batman were in the 20th century world today? I don't know. He is. It's Siegfried and Roy. What, are you kidding me?
Gee, that's a really tricky question.
He's Siegfried, though, not Roy. No way. He likes sports.
Well, Poison Ivy in this day and age would probably be, you know, burned at the stake.
I think that'd be pretty wonderful. I mean, it would be kind of weird.
Any shameless ballsy, brazen, aggressive, power-hungry woman like that tends to go down in flames?
I don't know, they'd probably get stuck in traffic.
I think they'd get a lot of dates.
I know Robin would, or Dick Grayson would, because he likes to get out and, you know, try and live it up a little bit. But I don't know, you know, Bruce would probably be out having to do all these dinners with everybody that wants to see and be seen with him. Nobody wants to hang out with Dick Grayson, so he can go out and have a good time.
Batman and Robin, I mean, what happened to Bernard Getz? He got off, didn't he? Right? So he's basically a vigilante.
There are certain neighborhoods in Los Angeles where they might not be noticed.
I don't know. What would he do? You know, look, if we're in the middle of, you know, Studio City and some guy comes dressed up in a rubber suit with a young boy dressed in a rubber suit, I think you got a problem. I think you got a big problem.
There was great pressure in Batman Forever because I'd never made a Batman movie. And there was pressure, could we do it? Would people accept our version? And we didn't expect to be so successful. I didn't expect to be making another one. The pressure on this one was, I felt people expected us to be good, which is a preferable pressure, but still a big pressure. You take the stick and swing the guy,
right,
and the guy hits the other guy.
Okay, you gotta trust Joel did a good film. You gotta trust the people that you work with are good, and they're all good. And you gotta trust what you do and hope you survive.
Batman is extremely unique. It's very appealing to kids. It's extremely appealing to grown-ups, to families, to the action fans, to the visual effects fans, to the science fiction fans.
I'm definitely a fan of sci-fi.
It just has something in there for everybody.
You know the movie's big when even the posters have become hot items. You should take a good look because these babies are disappearing from bus stops around the country. Maybe I should get one.
I mean, Warner Brothers is not spending all this money for nothing, so I'm sure they have certain expectations.
You don't want to burn out on just trying to do bigger. You want to try to move the franchise ahead so that hopefully you can make a better movie.
20 years from now, my kids are going to be watching this movie and saying, that's, you know, that's Dad up there.
I would go and do scenes and just think, how lucky am I? How lucky am I to be in this position?
Making a Batman movie is like climbing Mount Everest. Number one, you have to be arrogant enough to think you can actually climb up it and get down alive. Secondly, you've got to be constantly aware of the fact that you can fall off and die. Thirdly, I'm sure on the way up, every once in a while, you turn around and go, oh my God, what am I doing? And oh my God, isn't this fantastic?
Youth movement with Robin and Batgirl, chilling new villains, Uma and Arnold, hot new gadgets, one supermodel named Vendela, a handsome, debonair new Batman, and me. It's a perfect team for a blockbuster summer movie. For the Sci-Fi Channel, I'm Elle McPherson. I'll see you in Gotham City.
I think it's perfect in Batman and Robin.
You're about to become compost. Using feminine wiles to get what you want, trading on your looks. Read a book, sister. That passive-aggressive number went out long ago. Chicks like you give women a bad name.
Who's easier to direct, supervillain or superhero?
In this cast, they're all great. I mean, these are wonderful people, and I would work with any of them again in a minute. So I didn't have any troubled people on this one. They were good guys, and it was a pleasure to go to work.
So you're kind of a biker lad. Tell me the truth. Who's better on the bikes, Robin or Batgirl?
Of course. Robin, how can you even ask such a question?
Well, you know, I was just trying to get a
Jeez,
reaction.
it says mashed or what?
How's it feel, kissing the most beautiful woman in the world, Poison Ivy, and living?
I'm glad I wore my rubber lips. I need a sign.
How about slippery when wet?
Trust. Tell me your plan.
Kiss me and I'll tell you.
Tell me and I'll kiss you.
Now, what would you say to the people who've said, right, well, I've seen all the other Batmans, it's just another Batman movie? What would you say to them to come see this one?
Please see it. I think that it's different. I think it's different, this one, because it's the most 90s version of Batman you could ever have.
Yeah.
It's a constant roller coaster, and Uma Thurman is beautifully funny in this. And Schwarzenegger is very, very charming and cute, even though he's supposed to be really evil.
First, Gotham. And then, the world!
Just what I had in mind. Everything dead on Earth except us. A chance for Mother Nature to start again.
Would you say you were the kind of person that got in the spirit of things? Because is it true you've had your private jet resprayed?
What can I do that is as outrageous as the movie and everything else?
Yeah.
So I said to myself, you know something? I have an idea. I'm going to spray, I'm going to repaint my airplane completely, and just paint it like with the Batman symbol, with the logo, and write on it big, Batman and Robin World Tour.
What's the first step? There's up!
If you had to choose from the skills of being blessed with the skills of Doug Ross from ER or Bruce Wayne, Batman, which would you choose?
It's a tough call.
It is a tough call.
Either way, you get to kiss Juliana Margulies or Elle McPherson. That's a pretty good deal. You get to drive the Batmobile. You get more money than God if you're Batman. I think I'm just going to take Batman. And, you know, that whole doctor thing, I'm just going to dump it.
This is why Superman works alone.
George, thanks very much. It's been brilliant talking to you.
Thanks. You two have fun.
Arnie, it's lovely to see you again, mate.
Oh, hey, mate. It's great to see you again.
Tell me and I'll kiss you. We'll see you later, Jarvis.
It's been absolutely brilliant talking to you, Chris. Thanks very much.
Good to see you.
Bless you out for that. Thank you very much.
You.
Cheers.
That's a wrap, Mashed.
Yes, you guessed it. It is the premiere of Batman and Robin, the movie. And I'm getting to go. I'm so excited because it is deemed to be one of summer's biggest blockbuster hits. Well, if you can call this summer. But believe me, the rain didn't manage to keep any of the stars away. Now, they never trust me to go to one of these major events alone. I always have to bring these guys. Yes, it's a crew. Get out of here. Get back to work. I don't know. But I promised to deliver excitement, glamour, and, of course, movie stars. And I did just that. But what's better, this morning I got to chat with George Clooney, Arnie Schwarzenegger, director Joel Schumacher, and the lovely Uma Thurman.
Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman.
Welcome, George, to Fully Booked.
Well, thank you very much.
Tell us what happens to Batman in this latest Batman Robin film.
This is the Batman where the two bad guys, who are Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze, decide they want to take over Gotham. Both of them are actually acts of revenge, and they feel somewhat justified, but they're wrong. and they come in town to mess with Batman and Robin, and we have a new character, Batgirl, who comes in, and we have to stop her.
Yes. If I must suffer, humanity will suffer with me. I shall repay them for sentencing me to a life without the warmth of human comfort. I will blanket the city in endless winter. First, Gotham. And then, the world!
Most of the time you play superheroes. Was it sort of fun to play a villain for a change?
It was terrific to play a villain for a change because I have gotten a little spoiled, I have to say, when I played the first Terminator and the second Terminator. It was like so much fun being a villain, and somewhat even more interesting sometimes to play a villain than to play a hero. So it was nice to again play a villain and to play someone really bad like Mr. Freeze. He's chilling, he's cold, he wants to freeze the world, he wants to you know, wipe out Batman and Batgirl and Robin and everything in his side. But at the same time, it was great to play him with human qualities and with emotions and all that. So I think villains are always much more memorable than heroes.
There's something about an anatomically correct rubber suit that puts fire in a girl's lips.
Why are all the gorgeous ones homicidal maniacs?
Now, there's smidges in Poison Ivy of some great Hollywood legends. Did you sort of were you influenced by any sort of great actresses? Or?
Oh, well, when I was developing the character, and she had such great language, and I was looking for an appropriate voice for her to sort of sling this dialogue around, and it was a complete direct homage to Mae West and a little bit of Gloria Swanson and Sunset Boulevard.
That bat costume. Very nice.
Yeah, I had one when I was 3 years old. I have a picture of myself in the bat costume. I stopped wearing that one a year ago, though. It looks awful on me.
So you never thought that you'd grow up and actually wear the bat suit?
No. In fact, my cousin, who's an actor, Miguel Ferreira, and I when we were kids, we used to make these plaster Batman characters, and we'd have them fight each other and stuff. And I was on the set one day, and my cousin came to visit me. And I'm sitting on the set, and you're laid out like this in the bat costume. They have air conditioners blowing, and all these holes in your suit. And I look over, and Miguel is staring at me and laughing, and I look at him, I go, "Can you believe it?" And he goes, "I can't believe it."
I got him! Robin, no! Stay cool, bird boy.
Like this was the only movie from all the action movies that I've ever done that, for instance, my children got to see. I felt comfortable showing it to my children. I would never show them Terminator, I would never show them Eraser or those movies, but that movie I could show them because, you know, the freezing people and all this, it was not the same as, like, you know, shooting around with guns.
And lots of energy, folks. 1, 2, 3, action!
So tell me, is there going to be another Batman movie, and are you going to direct it?
Well, if the audience loves what we've done and they want another one, yes, because it's up to the audience. It's not up to me, it's up to them.